What's up, money? So I just bought this crypto that honestly, I never thought I would ever buy again. I owned it quite a few years back when I first got into the crypto space. It was actually one of the first cryptos that I actually bought. And I got rid of it because it made me no money back then. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure if it's going to make me money anytime soon. So I decided to add it to my long-term portfolio. Now, right now, some of you are probably like, what is it? What is it? Like, you're just waiting for me to tell you. And once I tell you, if it's not something that sounds interesting to you, you're ready to leave. And I'm going to tell you in just a bit. But first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market and see how things are looking right now. So Bitcoin is sitting at 58,900. So it made a little bit of a bounce back, but not really. I mean, it was just 56,000, like what, yesterday was it? Ethereum still under 3,000, Solana 137. So Solana made a little bit of a rally also. It was just like 129 yesterday. XRP 51 cents, Toncoin $5.11, Cardano 45 cents, Avalanche $33.49. I'm actually very impressed that Avalanche never touched the $20 range. So that's definitely a good sign. Shows somewhat of a strength anyways. Before I bring up the crypto that I'm talking about, real quick, if you're a leverage trader, check out Margex. I'm going to leave a link to them in my description down below. It requires no KYC, so you keep your personal information to yourself. All right, so the crypto that I'll be talking about today is VeChain. Now, some of you might be like, oh, VeChain, like, are you kidding me? This thing hasn't moved in like decades. Yeah, and I understand it. And this is why at the beginning of the video, I said I had it one time and then I sold it, but now I just bought it again. Look, there was some news recently, and with everything that's going on, as a matter of fact, before I bring up all the news that's going on with VeChain, let me show you guys something here. I spoke about this recently in one of my latest videos. Where is H bar here on the list? H bar, where is that? Actually, let me just type it in because I can't find it right now. So H bar. What do we know about H bar? So recently, that whole thing that came out with BlackRock tokenizing H bar, even though it was fake news, we saw what happened. H bar's price went from 8 cents all the way up to 18 cents in a matter of like a couple hours. Like the move was drastic. And that is because, like, with BlackRock trying to tokenize things, and we see the direction where the world is headed. And the reason why I first bought VeChain quite a few years back was because I felt like it was something familiar, a real world asset. And that's why I initially got into it. But at that time, it was just too early. People didn't care about it. But now that big names are looking toward or looking towards the real world assets, now all of a sudden, I think that something like this could potentially move, and it could be big. I think that it could have an H-bar movement once more and more people catch on. But let's bring it up. Let's bring up the news on VeChain here. So they've been partnered with the UFC since 2022, June 2022. And since partnering up with them, it's almost like people still just didn't care. They're just like, oh, this is a branding move. Nothing special here. But look at this. VeChain pioneers on-chain sports integration, UFC, racing, and beyond. Look at the news right here. So our groundbreaking partnership with UFC goes beyond mere branding in the octagon. It's a leap into the future of sports technology. UFC's latest fighter gloves feature VeChain-powered NFC chips that provide immutable record usage and ensure fans receive genuine products. So essentially, what we are seeing right here is tokenized gloves. And sports is getting so much bigger. It's unbelievable. Sports has always been like something really, really massive. But it's even getting more and more popular, especially the UFC. Let's go back to the article here for a second. The digital certificate minted on the VeChain Thor blockchain linked with the glove's NFC chip will be in the form of a token securely stored, ensuring it is a unique, verifiable, and authentic, opening up a world of verified fan memorabilia to relive cherished memories. That's a big deal to me. I think that something like this is literally going to take off, and it's a matter of time. Right now, people are still ignoring VeChain. And hey, I am going to have to say I am definitely guilty of it. Because since I got rid of it, I hadn't been paying it any attention whatsoever. Matter of fact, on one of my videos, maybe like a few months back, I said how VeChain is basically a waste of time. It's not going to make anyone any money anytime soon. And I honestly don't know if it's going to make any money for me this upcoming bull run. But I think that somewhere down the line, it is possible. And this is why I decided to add this to my super long-term portfolio. This is something I'm just going to put money in, and I'm just going to let it sit there and see what happens, because I think that VeChain eventually will shock the world. Now, of course, for this upcoming bull run, I'm going to have a lot more money elsewhere into other altcoins, because I think it's going to make me more money in the short term. But in the super long term, I think something like VeChain could really take off. Maybe it could even take off in this upcoming bull run with the RWAs being the next narrative. You absolutely don't know, but I think that VeChain is finally going to surprise a lot of people. It's been pretty stagnant for the longest time. Let me pull up the charts here. So if you look at the charts, if you did get this thing all the way back in November 2019, you would have paid at least 0.003. And where the price is right now, it's just at 3 cents. The gains hasn't been anything special. Matter of fact, during the last bear market, it went as low as about 1 cent. Yeah, it went as low as 1 cent. So really and truly, you can tell right there that people just don't really care for this thing. During the last bull run, though, it went from 1 cent all the way up to 23 cents, which seems like a pretty decent run. But at the end of the day, it's only a 23x roughly, right? And there's a lot of coins that had a much bigger run than that. So if you were caught up in VeChain, it's almost like you just wasted your time. But like I said, I feel like it was too early at that point. And where the world is heading right now, I think that now is finally the time to hop into something like this. The market cap is still tiny, or tiny enough. It's just over 2 billion, so 2.5, and it's sitting at spot number 44 on core market cap. There's no reason why this thing can't reach at least minimum $80 billion market cap. To be honest, it could actually go way higher than that. The potential is there for sure. But at the end of the day, I just feel like real world assets is about to literally skyrocket. And if we're not looking at anything in the RWA space, we're definitely going to be missing out. And VeChain, in my personal opinion, is one that people are going to be missing out on because it's so ignored. That's just my thoughts on it anyway. So I decided to throw some money into it and just see where things go. You know, the worst that can happen is if it falls back to its bear market price of 1 cent. It's only at 3 cents right now, so it didn't really move. Didn't move all that much. So we're going to see what happens. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But let me know all of your thoughts. What do you think about VeChain? Do you think it's still just a waste of time? Do you feel like it's going to be a good play for the next bull run? It's a good RW play. Let me know what you all think about it, but thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, take care.